To welcome you once again. It is Radio Biafra Hello Motherland coming to you this evening. Today is the 21st day of February, the year of our Lord, and we are coming to you live and direct all the way from Johannesburg. Johannesburg, they call it the city of gold, but I know one thing for sure. I have another town, another city, of course, another country. Not just only a country of gold, a country of everything, anything you can think of. Biafra is the land of the free, the land of abundance, a land that is blessed with all manner of natural resources. Do you want me to tell you? All right, let me tickle your fantasy by telling you what my land, Biafra, is blessed with. Biafra is blessed with oil. Biafra is blessed with gold. Biafra is blessed with platinum. Biafra is blessed with diamond. Biafra is blessed with granite. Biafra is blessed with iron ore. Biafra is blessed with all manner of mineral resources you can think of. Where do I start? Where do I stop? I want you to understand why they are hell-bent in killing us. I want you to understand why they want us wiped away out of this planet they call Earth. Simply because we are Biafra, my goodness me. And as if that was not enough. For those of you who are on Facebook Live, who can see me and see what I'm wearing. If you want to see what I look like, I want you to go to Facebook Live right away. I am wearing Ishiago. They hate us so they can't hate the clothes we wear for body. When somebody hates you and hates the clothes you wear, one in a witchcraft, I can understand that you hate somebody and you say, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, I don't like the way he talks, I don't like the way he behaves. But when you hate a cloth, a material, somebody, a people, a tribe is wearing, that is called witchcraft. Do you understand? I just hope and pray that my people Biafra will open their eyes. I just pray and hope that Elohim will open our understanding to understand how much they hate us. I'm talking perfect hatred. Hatred to perfection. That is how they hate us. But do we care? We don't care, my brother, and that is why this evening I am wearing Ishiago. I am wearing Ishiago on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Since they say he's not going to wear Ishiago, we are going to wear it for him, and that is why I am wearing it. Alright, we must continue. It is Radio Biafra, and I tell you what, this is the mouthpiece of Biafran people all around the world. This is a mouthpiece of the dead. We sworn an oath that we are going to preach this gospel on their behalf. We sworn an oath that we are going to restore Biafra for their sake. We sworn an oath, as Elohim liveth, as sun and moon continue to exist, as there is morning, day, afternoon, night, that we will not stop, we will not capitulate, we will not sell out, we will continue until Biafra is restored. What we have started will never stop. It will never finish until Biafra is restored. They don't know what we are made of. I think our leader have actually summoned it in one word. He said that we are destructively stubborn. That is who we are. Give us Biafra, and the zoo called Nigeria will know peace. And the zoo called Nigeria will have peace. But you continue to deny us our right, to deny us the essence of our existence. The zoo will never know peace. That I can assure you. And if the zoo is intelligent, if the zoo are getting the best of advice, This is the right time to give us Biafra in our own generation, because if you don't give us Biafra in this generation, everything in that zoo will die. Everything, every living thing in that zoo will never exist. It is not a promise. It is not a threat. I mean to say, it is a promise. So do the needful. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Give us a date for a referendum so that we can restore the kingdom of God on this planet they call Earth. This is Radio Biafra. I don't know where you are joining from. I don't know where you are listening. If you are listening on Facebook Live, please begin to share it. Invite others, because we have come to worship Elohim. Don't forget that Biafra is our religion. And on this planet they call Earth is where we worship Chukwu Kikabiama. Some are asking me, where will I listen? Are you kidding me? We have Radio Biafra community app. Radio Biafra community app. You can go to Radio Biafra. Our app is the best. Our app is the finest. All you need to do is to download it on your phone. Voila, you start listening. Kyari online on your mobile. This is Ipob Community Radio. Radio Biafra, the first and the last. For those who don't know that Radio Biafra is the first and the last. For those of you who don't know that Radio Biafra is older than me and you. For those of you who don't know that Radio Biafra is the mouthpiece of the dead. For those of you who don't know that Radio Biafra, Biafra. For those of you who don't know, Radio Biafra is the Ark of Covenant. My goodness me, are you kidding me? Online on your mobile. This is Ipob Community Radio. Radio Biafra, the first and the last. Without much wasting time, without much resistance, we are going to call upon the name of Chukwu Kikabiama. We are going to call upon the name of Elohim. His name is God. His name is Yahweh. His name is Jehovah Shammah. My goodness me, he is Hashim. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim. I'm about to get into the spirit. I'm about to get into the spirit, because you can cannot wrestle with your maker. You cannot wrestle with the institution that Elohim himself have instituted. Biafra is an institution of God. Biafra is a brainchild of Elohim. Who are you to wrestle with Chukwu Kikabiama? Without wasting any time, let me invite the man who have seen it all. Let me invite the lion of the tribe of Biafra, of the Munke Biafra. That is why they are afraid. Some of you don't understand what happened in the court last time. It is not just about the clothing. It is not just about the clothing. It is about the man who is about to wear the clothing. Am I talking to people? I said it is not about the clothing. It is not about the Ishiagu. It is about the man who was about to enter into the clothing. The clothing is Ishiagu. The man who was about to wear the clothing is the lion of Biafra. Now when you bring the real lion and insert him into the material lion, which is the cloth that is Ishiagu, explosion. Obunigwe. Ihe ga-eme. Ọ bụ na ịmaghị na ndị Fulani na-agwọ ọgwụ. Ọ bụ na ịmaghị na ndị Fulani na-agwọ ọgwụ. They can see what you don't see. They know that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put on the agbada ya yiri uwe a, ihe ga-eme. Ihe ga-eme, because that man who was about to wear the Ishiago was the Munke Biafra. If you know, you know. Let us pray.
Allow me to worship Chukwu Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. Umu Chineke, all of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwu Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwu Biama, if we came the Ipob n'ebe niile dị iche iche ruo ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ ka ịdị mma gị na ebere gị biko gbaso ha ụbọchị ile nke ndụ ha ọkwa asụsụ eluigwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating, the saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them, and we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail, because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo, because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living, that they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will, and it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwu Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. Ise, Ise, Ise.
There is only one broadcaster for the indigenous people of Biafra. Radio Biafra is that broadcaster. Biafra is our religion. And on Radio Biafra is where we worship. Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
Anymore.
To be divided. Introduce my names at the beginning, but I got excited. For goodness sake, I'm wearing Ishiagi. Now for you. Alright, but we must continue. I hail from a place called Onuoha. Onuoha is in Olo province of Biafra land. And I must tell you once again that today is the 21st day of February 2022, the year of our Lord. And of course, the time standing here at 18:37 in the evening. Of course, if you are listening from Biafra land, that holy land of Chukwu Kikabiama, it should be 17:37, which is 37 minutes past the hour 5 p.m. in the evening. And of course, if you are listening anywhere, Ebenile Owa Sotoro, as long as you are on those planets they call Earth, it is Radio Biafra, and the time should be 37 minutes or thereabout past the top of the hour. I want to continue in earnest because I want to open our lines as well and take your calls this evening. But before I do that, let me treat one issue first, and after I've treated this issue, then I will of course bring you news and updates that are making headlines on Radio Biafra Motherland. So before we bring you the news that are making headlines, there is this thing that I want to touch on, that I want to talk about. Very, very important. Let me see what is happening here. Let me see what I have. I want to talk about something, but not just briefly talk about it before I begin to bring the news to you. Very, very important. As we all know what happened with regards to the death of the Kenyan ambassador in the zoo called Nigeria. The death of the Kenyan ambassador. I want to talk about it briefly. I'm not going to go into details, but I want to talk about it briefly. As you can see, the death of that ambassador probably is, of course, a foul play that we know. It is a question of eliminate the witness, because we know that that man knows exactly everything that happened with our leader in terms of his extraordinary rendition. And of course, the zoo does not want him to leave because they are afraid. They are afraid that this man is going to open his mouth. They are afraid he is going to sing like a canary, and that's why they got rid of him. But it is very funny because, to be honest with you, we don't even need that man to come and testify. Our evidence are intact. The evidence we have, of course, in Kenya, they are intact. I wrote a little bit of piece with regards to that, and I'm just looking for it so that I can, okay, this is what I said, and it is very, very important that you listen to it. Please, just give me a second. Let me get this out. I want to extract it from my WhatsApp, my web WhatsApp, and put it on Word document so that I can be able to see it clearly. So the death of the Kenyan ambassador, we know it was a foul play by the zoo called Nigeria. This is how they operate. They believe that if they can get rid of the Kenyan ambassador, the evidence will be lost, that nobody will be able to prove what happened to our leader, or probably how he was radiated from Kenya to the zoo called Nigeria. But that is amateurish coming from the zoo. Very, very amateurish. Now, I need to tell you what will be the defense case when it comes to the extraordinary rendition of our leader. Now, I'm talking what happened in Kenya, because as you know, there is a case happening right away, or rather, there is a case going on with regards to the extraordinary rendition of our leader. The case happening in Kenya, whereby the Kenyan government has been taken to court in order to answer what happened to our leader. How was our leader radiated from Kenya to the zoo called Nigeria? So, killing the ambassador will do no good to the zoo. It will not help them. It will not help their case. If you recollect, when our leader was abducted in Kenya and radiated back to the zoo, the Kenyan ambassador, the late Kenyan ambassador, came out and began to talk nonsense. He began to say that the Kenyan government has nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, that Mazi Kanu never came to Kenya, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, evidence begin to unfold and the truth begin to come out, because it doesn't matter whatever you do, the truth will always come out. So, killing the ambassador is not the solution, because the defense case will be, now listen to this. I want to let the zoo know that what they are doing is amateurish. If they like, they kill the Kenyan ambassador. It's none of our business. Our case is still going on in Kenya, and at the end of the day, we will win, because we have so many evidence. Evidence is not just one. Evidence can be a lot. The Kenyan ambassador can be a collaborative witness and not a star witness for us. He can be a collaborative witness. In other words, he might collaborate what we already have. But if he did not collaborate, remember, we also have other evidence that we can present, which we might have already presented in court with regards to the extraordinary rendition of our leader Mazi Kanu. Now, this is what I wrote. I'm just going to read this article, and then of course we proceed to the news making headlines so that we can open our line this evening and get Biafrans talking. And of course, if you are listening on Facebook, I want you to invite others. I want you to share it widely. If you love the Ishiago I am wearing, get with it no makilu one or easy. Okwa ni Ishiago dots. Alright, let's continue. Now, the defense case in terms of our leader's extraordinary rendition will be. Now listen to what I wrote. Unfortunately, killing the ambassador does not render the case of Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary rendition null and void. The ambassador may be a collaborative witness, but not the star witness. Our witness, or rather evidence in chief, is the exit and entry control of Kenyan immigration. Remember, our leader entered Kenya. There is a proof to that effect. But there is no proof that our leader left Kenya. Do you understand? There is no proof that our leader left Kenya. But there is a proof, or rather there was a proof that he entered Kenya, and that cannot be denied. That is evidence number one, to say that the person of Mazi Kanu was in Kenya on the day in question. So, I said that the ambassador may be a collaborative witness, but not the star witness. Our witness, or rather evidence in chief, is the exit and entry control of Kenyan immigration, as well as the hospital our leader visited in Kenya. Now remember, when our leader was abducted in Kenya, they assaulted him. They inflicted so much pain on Wachineke. And of course, he has to be taken to a hospital in Kenya. Now, taking somebody to a hospital in Kenya is an evidence for us to say this man was in Kenya, number one, which, evidentially through the immigration control system that can be proven. Now, in other words, going to hospital, the question is, why did he go to hospital? Because the medical reports here in South Africa, we call it the J88. Like when you are hurt and you want to go to court to say that somebody assaulted you, you must have what we call J88. J88 is the sketch where the doctor begins to mention the pains, the injuries you have. And that is what the court is going to base their judgment on. To say, indeed so, you were assaulted. Because if you say I am assaulted and it doesn't provide anything to that effect, a doctor's report to that effect, of course it will be your word against the assaulter. But when you say that you are insulted, or rather assaulted, I beg your pardon, and you provide a doctor's report to that effect, the kind of injury you suffered, physical injury, internal injury, mental and moral injury, name it, that is an evidence. So our leader went to Kenyan hospital. He visited Kenyan hospital. Now, as you can see, that those two authenticate his presence in Kenya. The entry and the visitation to the hospital. So, killing the ambassador is amateurish, I repeat. It's amateurish. But of course, the zoo, I don't know. I don't know who advises them. They should have left the poor man alone, because that poor man has no effect on the case we have against the Kenyan government as well as the zoo government in Kenya. High court as it is happening. So, those two authenticate the presence of our leader, and that is the only thing the defense has to prove, that Mazi Ikechukwu was in Kenya. So, where is he? Because technically, Mazi Ikechukwu was supposed to still be in Kenya. Technically, the law believes, or rather sees Mazi Ikechukwu as currently in Kenya. Because when you enter a country, there is what you call entry and exit control of immigration. When they stamp your passport at the port of entry, that is what? Your entry. It's record on the immigration system. When you leave the same country, they will stamp you out and record your exit on the immigration system. But in this case, Mazi Ikechukwu was recorded as having entered Kenya. But there was no exit. There was no exit record of Mazi Ikechukwu leaving Kenya, which means Kenya must tell us, where is Mazi Ikechukwu? Do you understand? Yes, they can say, but yeah, is it Mazi Ikechukwu there in the zoo court? That's him there. We will not listen to you. I'm talking technically. I'm talking legally. I'm not talking physically. I'm not talking what you can see. No, I'm talking legally. Mazi Ikechukwu is still in Kenya. I'm not about him. Even if Mazi Ikechukwu comes now and stand on a big stadium, everybody is there and he's speaking, and then you say to Kenyan government, where's Mazi Ikechukwu? He's in Kenya, please go and produce him for us. And they say to you, no, but look at that place now, look at that stadium. Is that person not Mazi Ikechukwu? Absolutely bunkum, absolutely rubbish. The law does not see it that way. I don't know if you get me. The law does not see it that way. The law wants to know, how did he left Kenya? Because according to your immigration control, exit, there is nothing that says that this man have left Kenya. So I want you to understand that this is the defense case when it comes to the issue of, Mazi Ikechukwu extraordinary rendition in Kenya, from Kenya, beg your pardon, to the zoo they call Nigeria. So this forms the basis, or rather authenticates the presence of Mazi Ikechukwu in Kenya. Now all we needed is to establish the basis that our leader was in Kenya and never left Kenya, which means technically he Mazi Ikechukwu is still in Kenya. Then I ask a question in closing. Then the question of the court, or rather the legal question the court should ask Kenyan government is, how did Nnamdi Kanu ended up in Nigeria? And where or who bestowed Binta Nyako's court with jurisdiction to try Mazi Ikechukwu? Do you understand? Do you understand? Everything that happened there was illegally, and you cannot assume jurisdiction based on illegality. You cannot legalize an illegal activity, because what Binta Nyako is doing is legalizing something that is illegal. Extraordinary rendition is illegal, and for the fact that extraordinary rendition is illegal, you cannot legalize it, because when you chair such hearing, when you preside over such court case, you are legalizing the illegal activity. But I'm happy, because as I'm talking to you now, you see, all this that has been happening in Abuja High Court is not the real case. I don't know if you are following me. The real case has not started, and it will not start. What we are doing right now is more of kind of hearing, a hearing within hearing, a court case within a court case. That is basically what is happening right now. The real case have not started, and it will not start because there is no jurisdiction. Our lawyers are trying to prove to the zoo government that you cannot try Mazi Ikechukwu here in Abuja High Court because you don't have that jurisdiction to do what preside over this case. Abuja High Court has no jurisdiction, of course, to hear the matter. So that is it. All about the death of the Kenyan ambassador. I think I have done justice to that. So without wasting time, I need to immediately give you the news making headlines here on Motherland, and after that we will open our lines speedily. Please don't go away. We will be back.
There is only one broadcaster for the indigenous people of Biafra. Radio Biafra is that broadcaster. Biafra is our religion, and on Radio Biafra is where we worship. Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
It will take much of our time. Let us run through it, because it is the most important thing to do. And when I say the most important thing to do, we need to ensure that our people are up to date with activities as they are unfolding in Biafra land. All right, let's see. I've got this news. Court declines disgraced Super Cop Abba Kyari's bail application as lawyer says he is diabetic hypertensive. Court declines disgraced Super Cop. As you know, Abba Kyari, our leader, told him that he will leave Biafra land in disgrace. Has it not happened? Abba Kyari has been disgraced, and of course he went for bail application. Remember, he's been arrested, he's been detained, and he went for his bail application, and the court said, no, we cannot give you bail, even though his lawyer is saying that he's diabetic, he's hypertensive, that he will die. But when this idiot was in Biafra land killing Biafrans, he doesn't have diabetes, he doesn't have hypertension. Adibe ihe hụrụ gara akpokeshi akelega ombido gehudi hahu igade baba. So Abba Kyari adibe ihe hụrụ wanne kelega ombido. We must continue. So that is it, and it is the Federal High Court in Abuja have refused to hear an application filed by the disgraced Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari seeking for bail. Kyari, accused of drug trafficking, has been in the custody of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the NDLE. Sahara Reporters Media has it, and they said, however, he filed an application asking the court to grant him bail on the grounds of ill health. In an ex parte application brought before the court on Monday, Kyari, through his counsel, Cynthia Obianuju, he went and got a Biafran lawyer. very ironic indeed. Cynthia Obianuju told the court that his client health, or rather that his health was suffering. His counsel Cynthia described his client as diabetic and hypertensive, thereby praying the court to grant him bail pending the determination of the substantive suit. But Justice Ian Eku ordered the applicant to put the respondents on notice. Upon studying the process of the applicant and the averment in support of the application, I am of the opinion that the respondents be put on notice so they can answer to the averment. Therefore, the applicant is thereby ordered to put the respondent on notice for the process in the name he held. He adjourned the matter till Thursday for hearing of the application. So, this is Abba Kyari for you. Mazi Ikechukwu told him he will leave Biafra land in disgrace. Mazi Ikechukwu told the disgraced super cop, so to say, that he will leave Biafra land in disgrace, and that has happened, as the prophet of our time have said it. All right, we continue. DSS bars lawyers from visiting Mazi Ikechukwu. This is the second time in a week that DSS, the lawless DSS, has barred our lawyers from visiting our leader in detention against court order. Against court order. So let's see what the news say. This is coming from Punch newspaper. Operatives of the Department of State Service on Monday barred lawyers to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Ikechukwu, from meeting him in custody. Special counsel for the leader of the IPOB leader, Aloy Ejimako, made this known in a chat with the Punch on Monday. According to him, the secret police also prevented the lawyers from meeting Kanu last Thursday, and this Monday, 2 times in a row against court order. I said against Binta Nyako's court order. Now you ask yourself, who is running the show? Who is running this whole trial process? Is it Binta Nyako or the Nigerian DSS? Who is in control? Where is justice? So how is Mazi Ikechukwu going to get justice in that court? If ever the matter was to proceed, how on earth, when the common security outfit cannot obey court order? I want you to tell me. Ejimako said last Thursday we were not allowed visitation with Onyendo Mazi Ikechukwu because, according to DSS, the special squad in charge of visitation went on outside assignment. What bunch of crap? What bunch of bull crap is that? That the special whatever went on outside assignment. How is that, our problem? How does that affect the court order? They ask us to come back on Monday, which is today. Today we are at DSS. They are telling us the same thing, and we disagree. Kanu 54 was born on September the 25th, 1967 at Afaruku, Ibeku, Umuahia. Alright, so this guy, now they're talking something else. Let me proceed. Now this is coming from Sahara Reporter. It says, Buhari de Pharaoh versus Mazi Ikechukwu. It is just an article. Let me just read a bit of it and see what this article is all about. His leading counsel, Mike Ozoko Mesan, told the court, "My lord will still see the defendant in the same uniform my lord warned against in the last proceedings." Remember, Binta Nyako told DSS to allow Mazi Ikechukwu a change of clothes. And then Ishiago, the same Ishiago that I'm wearing, was brought to Machineke to wear, and DSS refused against court order. So many defaulting, so many flaunting of court order. It's not even about the visit, it's about everything. DSS is in charge and not Abuja High Courts. Are you listening? DSS is in charge. Of course, we know Buhari is operating through DSS. They are in charge of the whole process and not Binta Nyako. Binta Nyako is just sitting there. And also, he does not have glasses to wear and his sight is deteriorating. Since 2015, his glasses were taken away from him by the DSS. The one he wore before his extraordinary rendition from Kenya was also taken away from him, Ozekome argued. Mazi Ikechukwu, the persecuted and tortured leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, came to court yesterday in the same clothes he has been wearing since June 2022. His leading counsel, Michael Zekome-san, told the court, "My Lord, we still see him." All right, I've read this, so as you can see, this is about the court order that DSS has been flaunting. And this is, of course, to put the whole world on notice that this rogue unit called the DSS does not obey court order. They are above the law. They are above the court. They are above Binta Nyako's court for that matter. So let me see what else I have for you. All right, this is the People's Gazette. Let's see what we got on People's Gazette. Kenyan ambassador to testify in Nnamdi's abduction case dies in Abuja. This man was supposed to testify as a collaborative witness. This is where the zoo, was missing road. He is not a star witness. He is a collaborative witness. We already have our evidence. They are there. They speak for themselves. Whether this man is dead or alive, our case is still watertight. Do you understand? So let's see what People's Gazette has to say about the demise Kenyan ambassador that was murdered by the zoo called Nigeria. Kenyan ambassador to testify in Nnamdi's abduction case dies in Abuja. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Kenya has announced the death of Ambassador Wilfred Machage, High Commissioner of Kenya to Nigeria. According to a statement on the ministry website, Mr. Machage collapsed at his Abuja residence on Saturday and was rushed to the hospital where he passed on 12:30 p.m. Machage was appointed High Commissioner of Kenya to Nigeria by President Uhuru Kenyatta in January 2018 and accredited to 12 other countries within Central and Western Africa. He collapsed at home and was pronounced dead at the hospital after his unfortunate incident. Kenya said the country has lost a dedicated compatriot. The incident came as Nnamdi's family and UK and Kenyan lawyers were prepared to make Mr. Machage testify in the Biafra separatist leader abduction case in Nairobi. Mr. Machage had in July 2021 insisted that Kenya did not play any role in Mr. Kanu's abduction, but growing evidence compiled by Mr. Kanu's family and attorney has pointed to Kenyan government involvement in abducting Mazi Ikechukwu around mid-June, 2021, before forcibly repatriating him to the zoo called Nigeria. Mr. Kanu's family found his passport in Kenya days after he was paraded in Nigeria on charges of terrorism. His case has been reportedly adjourned in Nigeria since he was first arraigned in 2021. So that was it. All right, let me see. I'm trying to summarize because our time is almost rushing through and I need to take the calls. Very, very important. I just want to read some one or two articles here. And of course, these articles I want to read has to do with security alert and what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria, as well as what is happening in Biafra. So please pay close attention. All right, update on our aborted. Okay, I think I've read this. I've read this one. It has to do with our leaders' council, being denied access to go and see our leader. So let's look at the security alert. Today being Monday, the 21st day of February, 2022. This early morning, over 9 Nigerian military helos with soldiers on board sighted at Ogechi by Ihoji Market, Abba, Abba State, molesting people within that axis and passerby. Every passerby is meant to raise his or her hands or risk being beaten or flogged or even shot to death. Everyone has deserted the area, mainly young youth, over fear of attack, as yesterday night at Ngwa Road, Abba State. Soldiers were shooting sporadically. Some were secretly whispering people away. Till now, their location remained sketchy. Reason behind the shooting was unknown, as the environment is calm and peaceful. All right, so that is what is happening in Abba. So if you are living in that area, please be very careful and please protect yourself and protect other Biafrans around you. Now let's see this. Okay, now this is very, very important. I'm going to close with this one, and it's very, very important. You know why it is very, very important? Most of you know that last week, I think it was last week, I made a broadcast which I titled Ebubago Decoded. Ebubago Decoded. And when I made that broadcast, some believe that it's a good intel, some believe that it's true, some believe that it's pure, but some probably might have their doubts. Now, if you are among the doubting Thomas who did not believe in that broadcast I made about Ebubago being decoded, I want you to listen to this and pay close attention. Guess what? Hope Uzodimma of all people have collaborated my intel. Hope Uzodimma of all people have collaborated that broadcast, that intel. Listen, because what we say, what we preach here on this platform, Radio Biafra, is pure. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Radio Biafra, Owane Birigi, Asigi Gewenti, Ganrona Dragi with Radio Biafra, Makwihe. What we preach here is pure. Our intel, our intelligence, our M branch is the best. Banon. When we tell you about one Ben Johnson, that's why we say, if you did not hear it on Radio Biafra, then it does not exist. Then it is a lie from the pit of hell. But when you hear it from Radio Biafra, my brother, Chike, oh, the truth, because Radio Biafra, oh, the first, or the last. All right, listen to me very carefully. I read this and I open our lines and take your calls this evening. Breaking news: confusion in the enemy's camp. This is about the Ebubago decoded. I told you last week, and now this is what Hope Uzodimma has to say about it. Reports reaching IPOB intelligence unit has it that Hope Uzodimma made a controversial statement in one of the gatherings he attended a couple days back when he was asked about the activities of Ebubago in Imo State. Remember what I told you? Ebubago was the brain child of Fulani of the Caliphate. Devil Mahi was to set it up. The Zoo Army, the mobile police, Mieti Allah were to come and infiltrate, take over. Initially, Ebubago was formed with Biafran youth, and they were not given any automatic rifle. They were given pump action. As soon as the zoo came in the name of another Python dance, came with all armories, which was meant to transform Ebubago into a killer machine. They came, they never went back. They transformed into something you never know. Today, Ebubako modus operandi is the same as the Nigerian army. Kill them, rape their women, burn down their houses. And that is what is happening today. So listen. Hope Uzodinma made a controversial statement in one of his gatherings he attended a couple of days back when he was asked about the activities of Ebubago in Imo State. He denied, listen to this please, pay attention. He denied having the knowledge of Ebubago activities and boldly said, there is nothing concerning him and Ebubago. He said, anywhere you see Ebubago, they should be killed in Imo State. Are you listening? Anywhere you see Ebubago, they should be killed in Imo State. Out of anger, Ebubago team went to Imo State Police Area Command in Olu to complain about the latest development by the governor. Unfortunate, it resulted into some confrontation that police killed two Ebubago militia, while Ebubago killed one DPO and other 6 inspectors of police in Olu Police Command. Meanwhile, the Nigerian JTF have moved into Osumoru in Anambra State with their armed personnel carrier and over 10 pickups, healers shooting sporadically in the town since today early morning. The enemies are trying our people's patience, but in the end, Biafra must come and Biafra must win. So, this is all I have for you. And when we tell you that it is red, one on a red. If we say it is white, one on a white, because we are whiter than white, we are whiter than snow. For goodness sake, we are IPOB. We are not like those who lies to you on social media just to get monetized, just to get the numbers, just to get the money. Because IPOB, let me tell you, Radio Biafra, if we want to make millions with this Radio Biafra, we will make billions. Even in dollars, because Radio Biafra were worldwide. But it's not our aim. It is not our purpose. Our purpose is to use this single instrument they call Radio Biafra to achieve Biafra. I will take a quick break. When I return, we will go straight to the lines and I will take your call this evening so you can tell me what is on your mind. Tell me what you have to say about the news that made headline this evening. Don't go away, because I will be right back just after this.
Get it online, on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio. Radio Biafra, the first and the last. This is
we have before we bring this program to an end. It is +27 740 678 412. It is +27 740 678 412. All right, we must continue. We must proceed in earnest. It is Radio Biafra, and this is Hello Motherland. I need to take a sip of water. Very, very important. All right, we must proceed. We must continue in earnest. And I want to tell you, all right, let's see if we can take this call. Let's see if we can get this one. Very, very important. Caller on Skype. I don't know if you are still there. Caller on Skype, can you hear me? Caller on Skype.
Biafra is rising. 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 7 times Biafra is rising. All hail Biafra.
Thank you very much.
Mazi, good evening.
Same to you, my brother.
My name is Mazi Ikechukwu. Yeah, my name is Mazi Ikechukwu. I'm calling from France. This evening I want to contribute based on you about the ambassador of Kenya.
Go ahead, please.
Our brother, the musician, our brother, the Joseph Josh, said that the devil don't reject Nigeria and the God don't punish Nigeria, and that is true. And if you check it very well, based on the analysis I want to give now, then you will understand that the prophecy about that our young man that sang the song is what he says is true. You know, the Nigerian thought that if they kill that man, they are not going to get any evidence again. But we are going to tell them that those family they killed their brother or their uncle, they are going to gain something from their hand, and we are going to mobilize to inform those family where the Nigerian government killed their brother or their uncle, that those people, that guy know that Nigerian people did evil, and he wanted to expose them. That's why they go and kill him, and they will go and sue Nigerian government by killing their brother or their uncle. From there, the other things that they are trying to hide will be exposed. And also, concerning our murderers in Biafra land, I think this is the time for our people to come and visit all these souls of the injured and the devil or Omahi. If possible, they can take one or two people from their family and to give them as an example. I think can be a good thing to render. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much, my brother, for that, and we welcome that. It is from our brother all the way from France, and of course talking about Hope Uzodimma and the rest. And we welcome that. We must continue. Our lines are officially open, and then let's see who else is on the line. Very, very important. I think I have, let's see, Mazi Ifani. If Mazi Ifani can hear me, I'm trying to reconnect you because you were calling. All right, Mazi Ifani, let's see. And then, of course, I think I have another caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. The whole world is listening, Mazi. Good evening from here.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, and you? Please, your names and where you calling from.
My name is Chukwu Emmanuel.
Please go ahead, Mazi.
I'm calling from my location.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I greet you, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha, for your topic this evening. I want to start from Abba Kyari. According to what you said now, let me tell you, you see that place you call Nigeria is the place where devil has their headquarters.
Is it Devil Omahi or the real devil?
Devil Omahi is among of them. Is a devil. Omahi.
Go ahead, Mazi.
Yes. You see, what is going to happen is, if you have money in Nigeria, you have it all in the court. You see that judge, listen, just take a time and monitor this movement. When they go and debate how much they will give the judge, you will see the judge will grant him bail. That is Nigeria for you. And the case will die in few days or months. Nigeria is made for the whole evil people living on black race. is living in Nigeria. That is why British made it one Nigeria. There is no country that is one except Nigeria. They know that Nigeria is not one and can never be one and can never make any progress in life. Nigeria was created to be going backward. That is why Nigeria is there. But my problem is this. Upon all the information that is coming out from Radio Biafra, still up to today, an Igbo man will collect money to be a slave by fighting IPOB. What the hell? These people, where are you going with the money? Some of you are 50, 40 years and above. Then tell me, how many years do you have to stay here? Some of you cannot stay even up to 10 years again, even 20 or about 30, as case may be. Then where are you going with money? And you hand over slave to your children. If at all you marry a wife, if at all you have children, why not to reason for once? To know.
All right, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Where are you going with money? The Igbo people. When I think of what is going on in our land today, I feel ashamed myself. Because I was very young during the 1960s.
Mazi, can you summarize for me, please, because of time, and I have other people holding.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, how I wish I have a long time to explain to explain myself. Well, however, let everybody who know the importance of freedom join up and fight, because this is the only chance. Apart from this chance, no more for Igbo race.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, and we welcome that. I have a caller holding on Skype. Mazi Ikechukwu, are you still on Skype? Can you hear me? Caller on Skype.
Me?
Yes, Mazi, please go ahead. The whole world is listening.
Because it's standing mute here. Or is it okay? All right.
I can hear you. You are live. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, thank you. My name is Chukwu Onuoha, and I'm calling you from the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my brother, for picking my call, and thank you. Good evening, Biafrans. And thank you every Biafran that is putting genuine effort for the restoration of our independent and sovereign land, Biafra. You see, my brother, I have to tell you, you are cool with your Isiago garb. It's like you are born with it.
Thank you very much.
And what do you call it? The pet, what you have on your, the cap, the hat you have with it.
The berets, the IPOB berets, yes.
The word escaped my memory. The beret, it suits you.
Thank you very
much. Like gloves. You're welcome. And I have one, and I want to order the color you have. I have one in blue, in blue background, but I want to order the one you have because I think it will suit me too, like that.
By all means, go ahead, please.
I'm saying it because if people want to go, don't like our wearing a bubago, let them go hang. According to this man from Zimbabwe when he was alive, Mugabe, he say if you don't like what we are doing in our land, go hang. So, if what I want to say now is about this operation that the Nigerian army and their Fulani missionaries are doing in Biafra land, a peaceful Biafra land, peace-loving Biafra land. You are ravaging Olu. You are ravaging the surrounding towns. You are ravaging the so-called Imo state, and you are going to Osumohu. You are ravaging Ebonyi state. Peaceful Biafra land. while the north is being also ravaged by invaders from the Sahel. So what is the logic? Now, my problem is not that the terrorists are ravaging the north and they don't want to do anything about it. My problem here is that our political class, our traditional rulers, our intelligentsia, our intellectuals and intellectuals, sorry, nobody is saying that what is going on in Imo State, Enugu State, and the entire Biafra land that is cannot stand. Why can't our elderly people and political class ask why are they burning our people's land? It is not our way of life. If we have a criminal somewhere, we go and get the person and try him, bring him to court, not to go and start jungle justice and the compound punishment. This is persecution of Biafrans, and this is because of the phobia you have about Igbo people, phobia you have about the Biafran people. You don't want us to be with you, you don't want us to let go. But our land, like our leader and prophet said it, our land, the land of Biafra, will swallow you all because we are minding our business.
Thank you very much.
All right, my brother. Are you pleased to? Shall I stop?
Yes, just summarize for me because of time, and there's so many calls to hold it.
Before the list, but not the least, is that Abba, Kyari, and the Flan have cooked a way not to be extradited to America. He is dodging the extradition. That's why they're accusing him of drug. But if America knows something, they will take him and try him and start serving him for his money laundering and the money trafficking before he can come to Nigeria to face the drug music. Let them leave Biafra and the Igbo alone. ESN and IPOB are after him, and he went and take the lawyer that he have killed his brothers and sisters in the east. Shameless bastards everywhere. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother, for that. And of course, moving along, I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, my comrade.
Good evening.
Good evening, Wachineke.
Please go ahead.
My name is Joseph Udeji. I reside here in South Africa, Limpopo province.
Oh, Wachineke, please go ahead.
I thank you very much for all your efforts and your activities. And I thank all Biafrans all over the world under DOS. Please, my comrade, I would just want to comment something concerning this discussion.
Go ahead,
that
please.
Hope Uzodinma declined what they gathered together. My comrade, I want to use this opportunity to tell you, remember that these criminals are waiting for 2023 election. So, and the more all calamities are falling on them, they will be finding another corny way to deny their secret activities. So everybody knows that whatever happening in Imo State and other part of Biafra land is totally engineered by the Igbo governors, collective efforts, so that when they see that the pressure is high, they will try to decline in order to deceive the masses. That one is number one. Number two is that our supreme leader, from the news we have, I'm pleading to DOS to give ultimatum to Zoological Republic of Nigeria, that if we don't see our leader within 1 week or whatever that pleases them as my leaders, then the hell should lose, because we need to hear from our leader. These people have been violating the court order time without number, and people are seeing it and remain mute. How long are we going to wait? So if we don't hear from our leader or see him, we have to take action. It's time. Because if we continue keeping quiet like this, it means that when it will go to waste, it may be difficult. Lastly, is concerning Wabuda. Wabuda irrelevant living in Finland, the short engine, I know. Please, the enemy in the house are more deadly and dangerous than enemy far away. Let us have a way to sort out the close enemy in the house, and they let the DOS install more media warrior, because this idiot, his voice is loud in social media.
All right, Mazi.
So they seem the gullible ones.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for all this effort. And I want this Nwakoda to put where he belongs, because this man have caused a lot of havoc. And the Biafrans is supposed to stand up. And I want to call on the elites who want to speak to make a political solution, to go and warn the father of Nwakoda to desist from the blood of innocent Biafrans. Nwakoda in Finland, they have been sucking in Biafra.
All right, Mazi.
Enough is enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Ndewo. We come from America. Also, Nwakoda. All right, let's call our WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Call our WhatsApp. You are welcome. This is Motherland. Your names, please, and where you calling from?
Mazi Ikechukwu, good morning from here. My name is Adobe.
Good evening from here, Wachineke. Please, your names once again.
My name is Adobe. I'm calling you from America.
Wachineke. Please go ahead. The whole world is listening.
I listen to you all the time, but I've not been privileged to be able to come to your platform.
Oh, thank you very much for coming through today.
Hello, sir. The reason why I'm calling, my heart feels like it's about to fall on the ground. Regarding our...
You see your heart,
so our onion, do the lawyers went to court again today, and they refused them access to see our leader 2 times in a week. So the zoo is about to crash if anything happens to our leader.
It is psychological. It is a psychological warfare. That is what they are doing. Psychological warfare to demoralize us, because they know each time they refuse us to see our leader, we start panicking. But we know nothing will happen to our leader. Even the zoo knows it better than you, that nothing must happen to Nnamdi Kanu. So don't even worry. Go ahead, please.
Psychological warfare. If anything happens to our leader, Kafana Anokwea, let nothing happen to our leader. This, the Wunga and fight Boko Haram, is someone that hasn't done anything. Someone that is just telling them the truth. And if these people have conscience, they will just do the needful. They will stop marginalizing us, stop killing us. They are burning our homes, going from house to house and killing people's children. Somebody's only son was illegally abducted like last week from Imo State. Only son, this woman cannot have a child again. And they took her only child. Anyway, I pray that it's just that. I thank you for your good work.
Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you.
Messages for aging. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, my sister, for that. We welcome that. Next caller on WhatsApp. If you can hear me, please, your names and where you're calling from. This is Motherland.
Mazi Ikechukwu. Good evening, sir, from Biafran land.
Please go ahead. The whole world is listening.
I remain qualified from
Hey!
From
Hold on. What aside? My goodness me.
Sir,
Mazi, where have you been?
Sir, it was not easy, sir, but I'm always saying it. It's not because I'm not calling. That's why that stop me to do what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, hold on, Mazi. Hold on. Biafrans.
Okay, sir.
This man was among the people who started calling my show when Mazi Ikechukwu was a boy. And he has been resolute. And I'm so happy to hear your voice, my brother, that you have not fallen away, because many have fallen away.
I can never fall away in my life, because my government
I love the sound of that.
And kill my brother.
Go ahead,
there's nothing can make me fall away.
I love that. Go ahead,
so, I want to appreciate you for what you are doing for us. I want to appreciate all the IPOB around the world, those who stand firm. If you remember from the starting, our leader told us, not everybody who start IPOB will reach the end. Many have been fall apart, and many things have been going on, and I will commend you people for your courageousness, for all the despite anything, and you people remain firm. That you are the people who God choose to restore Biafra. So I appreciate you people, and I want to thank my leader Mazi Ikechukwu in any way. I thank him. So what am I trying to say? The Zugomen thinking that killing the Kenyan ambassador will stop us to get our evidence. We're already having our evidence. You know, our leader told us the more they do, the more they make mistake, the more we get credit. The more anything they plan, we are always 7 ahead of them.
Absolutely.
Nigeria have entered one chance, and the chance have bring them to door close. So I'm telling people to remember, no matter anything, if they can betray Jesus Christ, so nothing happen where shall be surprised for anybody. Even if follower of Christ betray him. So we already know that this betrayal must come. All those will come, but at the end we are going to enter our promised land. I commend all of you, sir. May Chukwu Okike bless all of you.
Thank you very much.
And remain strong that Biafra must come. And our leader will come out safely, nothing happen. In the Revelation name I pray.
He said, thank you very much, my brother. Unbelievable. The year was 2017 when we started to do what we are doing today. And we thank Elohim, we are still standing firm. We are still standing faithful. Coming April, it will be my 5 to 6 years of doing this thing. And hearing the voice of this young man takes me back to where it all started. 2017, that's when we started preaching this gospel according to the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra, if I am not mistaken, 2016/2017. And he was one of my regular caller, and so many of them who has been with me since then, and to hear his voice was such a blessing. All right, they say you must count your blessing and name them one by one. I'm counting my blessings to be broadcasting on this great platform that the ancient has broadcast. It is a blessing. It is a privilege. It is not a right. It's a privilege, and this is how I see it, and this is the reason why I intend continuing doing what I am doing. I am just a mere mortal, but by the grace of Chukwu Okike Elohim, I will not fall. I will not capitulate. I will stand still through thick and turns, through the storm. I know we are all human, but when Elohim blesses a man, and when the ways of man appease Elohim, he will make even his enemies to fall on his feet. My goodness me, we must continue. All right, let me go to WhatsApp. Mazi, okay, foreign. The whole world are waiting. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onoja, ndewe, Mazi Onoja. Ndewe, sir.
We must continue. Go ahead, please.
Mazi, I just wait. Let me off this idiot calling.
Mazi, okay.
Mazi,
okay. Did you see my Ishiago? Okay. Did you see my Ishiago?
Mazi, I saw you. I commented. Oh, for them.
Oh, okay.
Mazi, I work for you.
Mazi, we him again. Mazi, now we day here. Mazi,
now you did it, but I got call pie. I want that. I
please go ahead.
Mazi, I quit. I will quit you. I quit you. Fanatic, I quit you. Mazi, what I want to talk about Mazi. I didn't die. Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu. Forget all the DSS, whatever the DSS have been, but let them be sure that, like our sister said, we don't believe in too much talk about
Mazi, okay, foreign. Mazi, what is this information that I'm getting? Maybe you can help me here and speak on it. I heard that Access Bank in international market, they are setting our people up when you receive money abroad, and then of course, please tell me about it.
Yeah, Mazi, I broke the news because it's quite unfortunate that especially in Imo State and our people are not safe now anywhere. I broke the news. This happened, I think, on Thursday or Friday precisely. One of our own, you know what I mean? The money was sent to him. He wanted to pick the money. He couldn't go there. Their system. Then he called. They said he should come in. The guy went there.
no do. The police, the Access Bank in international market, they call they call their agent, the DSS. DSS picked this guy up for nothing.
But tell me, Mazi, tell me. Are they picking him up because he's an IPOB member or what?
No, Mazi, they have their informants everywhere, and another problem, like when Onyendu said NIN, that the NIN. When we are telling our people, don't reach out with that their NIN or whatever they call them.
Okay.
This is where they using to track our people.
Yes, let me help our people a bit. This is my area of specialization. It's my expertise. I worked as a forensic investigator for 11 years in Vodacom. And one of the things I do is to track criminals. One of the things I do is to trace suspects using their cell phone number. Maz, I don't know. I've been trying on how I'm going to give this lecture, but my problem is I don't want the zoo to hear it. So I don't know how to package this lecture to educate our people how it works. Mazi, I'm a professional on it. I know it. I studied it in the university.
Mazi cannot say you don't.
That's the problem.
You know what?
Yes, that's the thing.
Mazi, don't say you don't know because MP3 is working. You know what to do. Mazi, if you want, you know what to do. So do it that way.
All right.
Because they need to be educated because that's the telephone. I break that information Saturday morning. Like this is telephone coded. Yeah.
Mazi, I am going to teach Biafrans how you can be traced on a phone. I am an expert on it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sanye guru akwụkwọ go biga ya okay. That's the work I've done for a giant telephone company in South Africa, Vodacom.
I know.
People here in South Africa who are listening to me, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I did it for 11 years in Vodacom, and I am going to help Biafrans to teach them and update them so that they will know how to be safe using cell phone. Please go ahead, Mazi. Okay for it.
Yeah, Mazi, I love this topic because Mazi, when you talk of Voda, I don't know where, because here in Europe they call it Vodafone.
Yes,
this is one of the biggest companies all over the world.
Listen, Mazi. It was Vodacom, and Vodafone bought a larger share. They bought Telkom South Africa's share and added it to their own 10% share. Now they are majority shareholder of Vodacom. Then now, kind of changed its name. It has all the logos of Vodafone, but originally it is called Vodacom South Africa. It was the first telecommunication company in Africa. Vodacom South Africa.
Okay.
And I joined Vodacom in 1999. I joined Vodacom 1st of August 1999. I become the bodyguard, the personal, the VIP protection officer for the CEO, the first CEO of Vodacom, Mr. Allen Not Craig. I was his bodyguard in 1999. And from there, I moved into forensics. That is where I studied forensic at the university and began to work at the forensic unit. So what we do is we work with the National Intelligence Agency in South Africa. We track criminals, we track thieves, and of course we give them the data. I analyze cell phone call data. It is called cell phone analysis. You analyze it, and then of course you give the data to the intelligence, and they will now go and arrest the suspect. Mazi, okay, please go ahead.
Mazi, thank you. In order to make one input there, Mazi, please let's forget, when you are analyzing this, you will equally explain the merit and demerit of this telephone that we brought 2 days ago from our intel. This telephone that the useless idiot in Imo State, he also is sharing to our people via Zoom.
That is a death warrant. Mazi, it's a death warrant. He's giving them a death warrant.
Mazi, yeah, I told our people it's coded. Mazi is coded. They use it to track us. So
I'm going to preach. I'm going to preach on that very soon. I'm going this week.
We share it. We share it everywhere. Play it in people. Let it be repeated. Let our people hear it. I think I'm happy because this is why I was coming here, and I will use this opportunity to go along by, especially in Olo province. Olo is very big. as well as the Imo and the whole of Biafra land. Because this telephone, the intel is showing that this thing will go all around the 11th set of Biafra. And they started with Imo, and the next place will be Ebonyi or Mambora. But I thank God because I said Mebo Kotle and I Waraga Aburufu, Yola Akode Gedoya Kaija Korande by Nnamdi Bank, Access Bank. As Mazimana Bank and I commit a lot of kind of buy now. If you watch people that they are stealing they are stealing their money, we are watching, we are individual watching. First Bank and Access Bank is the cheapest one. That stealing people's money.
Mazi,
when people our people should understand this.
Mazi,
yes.
Okay, foreign. It is not only the bank. What about your cell phone companies? The cell phone companies are helping the government to track and kill our people. I'm going to open your eyes.
Mazi, if you remember, Onyendu said Onyendu told our people the number you are using for use foreign number, and we are giving them foreign number. Almost, I'm giving the number every day, and if anybody have point, I'm giving number. Mazi, we are doing this, but here not time Mazi, look, he has enemy, the worst enemy can have. What is happening to us here, especially with the Imolites, so called, on the the saboteurs are right inside us. They're attacking us in all angles, even our radio. You can see what is happening everywhere. But by grace of God, we have defeated them. They said that they're leaving our frequency on the 40, and they left. Mazi, we are working on the ground.
Thank you very much.
Mazi, please take time and do that.
That was Mazi, okay, foreign. I really appreciate what he is doing. And of course, other Biafrans who are working assiduously to ensure that Biafra is restored. Now, I'm talking about this cell phone thing. I know it's like I know everything. I mean, Asana okay I joined Vodacom South Africa 1999, yes, 1st of August 1999, and of course I worked there for 11 years, and all I did was, all this cell phone analysis. I became a forensic specialist at Vodacom, and what we do is you do the work, and of course you go to court and you give expert witness with regards to how cell phone call data information works. It is in a spreadsheet. You must analyze the data and tell them how you traced A to point B or point C. It's very simple. I was worried how I'm going to communicate this information to Biafrans, because I don't want our enemies or even the authorities to hear it, because when they hear it, of course, they will know what we're all about. But I will find a way. I need to give this lecture, and then you can take it to any professor, to anybody. They will tell you that this man is a guru. It is what I did all my life and still doing it. So I am not boasting on something I cannot do. I boast on something I have suffered, put more effort, put more work, and acquired. You can ask anybody in South Africa, they will tell you, yes, Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha knows what he is talking about. All right, we are almost there. Let me take one or two more calls. I don't know if I still have my brother, or has he dropped? Caller on WhatsApp, I don't know if you are still there. Call on WhatsApp. All right, I think he has dropped, and I do apologize because he has been holding on, he has been hanging on. What a show that we have had this evening. My goodness me, it is indeed a full package of them all. And one thing I love about Radio Biafra is that we preach this gospel. We preach it, and when we preach it, Elohim always confirm what we say. And sometimes you might come on this platform, you don't know what to say, but Chukwu Kikabiama always put words in our mouth, and we speak it, it become prophecy, and it comes to pass. Let me tell you something. Nothing will happen to Mazi Kanu. He will come out of that DSS dungeon alive, because Elohim Zriyozi, Eligwe Zriyozi, and there is no way he can not deliver that message before. Let me take this call. It will be our last day. Caller on the line, please turn down your radio. Mazi, turn down your radio before I take your call. Unbelievable. Caller on the line for the last time, turn down your radio or walk away. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, Mazi. Good evening from here. You are the last caller for today. Please, in 2 minutes, summarize for me. Go ahead.
Okay, Mazi Mbedoma. I'm making a move Biafra in
no one chineke.
Mazi Ogwe Natawa. It's my glera.
Ogwe, we can acquaint Ogwe, you can ishi agogi. You will ishi agogi, up ishi ago neuzigo. Oh, the gala balizu. Yitishi agogi, now me, and then we'll even because go ahead, what chineke. No one chineke. Please go ahead.
I don't know who eventually your divine Nemo. If I eventually your divine on the IQB intelligent suggestion corbo. Phone able to Nemo with virus. Mobulu future. Castor the Amalindi phone. Castor the Andy phone now. Kamal if possible, I spread the publish on Facebook, a channel of platform. Can they ban you man? They ban be careful of this. Macaneba sing kitty. Oh, my phone now, or the side. Yeah, don't kill it. Oh, will you open your question? India no virus come up with a nabani found. Man, by special grace of Chukwu Kagama. They can watch the other boom, Navaya does.
You say?
Why does so?
Thank you very much.
However, you go, I got it. Nobody was come blow the work Kenya. Gonarlin over the Roman, come blow the speaker, Mobnando Mobneva. I make a move Biafra in it. Ogagabun Kanye, that's a little never in it. Two goes Unisiani, Union Guani, Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, sir.
Goes principal officers, Nina, Ethiopia, dedicated. We don't need DOS, we don't need to will never maybe or a Ethiopia. Goes Kunu Chineke, Indina Jews, Indina Bob Bando, Gana Radio Biafra, Nabi Bob Bando. Anyị bụ ndị Biafra ndị gboo gboo niile nwere anyị ji okwudo nwo na ọgụ anụ anyị na ekwu m sị na Chineke nkuzi niile nke igwe ndị anyị ebu nzogozie unu nwepụrụ n'ebe unu mere ezigbo ntị etie maka na ọnụ aka na bụ ọnụ nna ya ka ọ dị na nwanne m.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much, very much. And of course, we welcome that. And that is Obuevi, my goodness me, all the way from his location, giving us the word this evening. Unfortunately, I cannot continue taking your calls because of our time, but I want to leave you with these words. You see, when somebody is giving you a cell phone like the way Hope Uzodimma has given phones to our people, you need to be wary about that. You need to be very careful. Now, giving you a cell phone amounts to putting a chip on your body. Because with that phone that you got from Hope Uzodimma, you are being tracked. You are being traced. Remember, you can be traced not only with a SIM card, your cell phone number. That is what people don't understand. You can also be traced with the serial number of the handset that you have. It's very simple. You can be traced in 3 ways. Number 1, through your cell phone number. Number 2, you can be traced by the network through the serial number of the handset you have. Or you can be traced based on what we call third party call analysis. Third party means the person you call all the time. All they need to do is I'm just giving you a brief so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Now, what they need to do is this. If your cell phone number is no longer working, are you listening? Maybe you stopped using your number for the past 1 month, because some people even think, okay, I have a cell phone number. The police are looking for me. I take my cell phone and my SIM card. I throw it away. I don't use it anymore. That I cannot be traced. You can still be traced. How? how. There is what we call third-party analysis. What is third-party analysis? Third-party call analysis means I will print your call data sheet. I'll print your sheet, the data sheet. I'll print it out. When I print it, it has a role. This role will be originating call. Originating call will be your cell number. Then in the middle, you will have MOC, called making of calls. Then you will have recipient. And then you will have third party. Third party is somebody you call frequently. Are you listening? Third party is somebody you call frequently. Like now I'm calling my wife, or I'm calling my girlfriend, or I'm calling my children. Every day I call them on the phone. But remember, I am no longer using that number. I am no longer using my handset. But because they can see from January last year that you are calling a particular number frequently, do you know what they will do? They will now take your matter, put it on the eyes, and go after the third party. And that third party is innocent. The third party doesn't even know what is happening. Once they arrest that third party can be your wife, that third party can be your child. Once they arrest them, they will now take them to wherever and bring your number, that old number you're no longer using. They will ask them, who is this? Who is the owner of this number? Remember, they will torture the person and they will confess and say, it's my husband. They will not say, where is he? I don't know if you get what I mean. They will use that third party now to get to you, the main person they are looking for. So, get it right. There are 3 ways to trace somebody. Number 1, through your cell phone number. Number 2, using your handset. There is something you call IMEI number. That is the serial number of a phone. You just take that serial number of a phone, put it on the system they are using. The system will tell them, all right, this cell phone, because now, say you are using a number and then you throw your number away. You buy a new number. You put it on the same cell phone. That number you threw away that they know, they will put it on the system. The system will tell them that number is no longer active. That number was last used last 3 months. Then they will ask the system, what is the cell phone that was used together with that number? The system will tell them it's a Nokia 15, it's a Samsung whatever. Then they will now take the serial number of that cell phone, that handset that you were using. Because remember, you're still using that handset. The only thing is that you're no longer using the cell phone number. They will take the serial number of that handset, put it on the system. The system will now bring out all the numbers that has been used together with that handset. Even the correct number that you have changed, which nobody knows. The system will tell them, this is his new number. And they will use that new number to pursue you, to trace and track you. So I'm going to tell you a mouthful. I'm going to open your eyes. I'm going to educate you so that you can understand how you can be traced. All these things they are telling you, forget it. No, it's not the way. I know the way. I know it because I did it. I studied it and I worked the same way. So if I tell you it's red, believe me, it's red. I'm not talking nonsense. I'm telling you what I know. All right, let's leave it here because of our time. And of course, I thank Elohim for blessing us today with his word, and of course allowing us to fellowship together on this platform, Radio Biafra, because we believe and know that Biafra is our religion. And on this platform, Radio Biafra, is where we worship Elohim. And the only thing we are praying this evening that is God will bless our leader. God will continue to protect him. God will keep him. Nothing shall by any means hurt or harm him. He is blessed. He will come out victoriously. Unconditional release of Mazi Kanu. That is what we are asking Elohim. May God bless Biafrans all around the world, wherever they are plying their trade. May God continue to protect, especially those in Biafra land. May Elohim be their strong place of shield, their strong place of tower. May Elohim be may Elohim build their rock and their place of refuge. This and more we pray. My name is Mazi Ikechukwu Onuoha. May Elohim bless the land of the rising sun. May Elohim bless Biafra. From me and from here, it is good evening.